There's two different worlds that people don't really know about. There's the street art scene and the graffiti scene. Me and the lads that you're talking to will come more from the graffiti scene. That's the study of letter forms, promoting of your name, your tag, you know, and then you develop on doing pieces, masterpieces, backgrounds, big pieces. And then the street art, which is originally come from a political point of view, which is based in England, originally from England, you know, the anarchy, anti-establishment movement, so you'd be doing political messages.
Graffiti, or you know, the writing culture I'm involved in, is very name-based. So you're always writing your name. That's the bottom line. Of course, you'll do some characters and team their walls, but the ultimate thing is you're pushing a brand, your brand, your name. That's the brand that you're putting up. So I mean, I'm always doing a variation of the alphabet.
Because graffiti artists, all that we are, is like advertisers, self-obsessed advertisers running around and advertising ourselves, you know what I mean? With a little logo, or which is your tag, or a painting, so, you know, illegal advertising. Yeah, to be honest, if it was made legal and you could walk down and stand outside the GPO and paint inside of that, it'd be great fun, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't really do it on buildings like that. I think it'd lose a lot of its authenticity. It would lose a lot of its heart and its culture.
I couldn't imagine it being all legal, because some of the attractions of nice pieces are their locations on the side of a certain building, or how dangerous it was to get to that spot to paint, you know. So yeah, I couldn't envision it ever being fully legal.
The places where I'll put work will be in places that are public spaces, you know. They'll be on temporary spaces like hoardings and stuff like that. Or they'll be physically in the street for people to interact with or take away. I think the streets have always been much more comfortable space to be in. I feel then that I'm giving over the work to somebody else.
I'm influenced by the people around me that I paint with, you know, Rask and Mesa, or, you know, people like Sisto, because I think it's important to still, you know, be inspired by the people that's, you know, in the culture that you're in, where you live.
The last few years I haven't been so much influenced by art or artists themselves. I'll be aware of them and looking at their stuff, but it'll be more maybe things that are in my surroundings, you know, things in Dublin, people and me. Stuff like that. So Dublin became a sort of a central theme to a lot of my work. People I met, homeless people, and you know, that would sort of inspire me from doing stuff. But then painting with other lads as well, you know, was doing that big They Are Us project with Damo, but we got influenced a lot from Steve Peris, Espo, who's over here. I told him about, oh look, I want to get into signwriting and stuff, and he sort of schooled me a bit and stuff, so he was an influence. Then as I said, yeah, Kevin Freeney, an old signwriter from the 40s and 50s, he's a big influence. So it's from different things, you know, you get inspired by everything really.
At the end of the day, it's like anything else. It's your own work. It's what you like. It's what inspires you. I really don't know how to explain it. It's something you do for yourself. Colours to me are very important. You know, it's like that's the way you define how everything's gonna go. Like anyone can do an outline or a fill in of one colour. It's like if you can pick 3-4 colours that don't go together and make them work, I think that's a definite trait of a really good graffiti artist.
I go through changes almost every year and a half. You know, I'll do a whole series of stuff that'll be really bright and colourful, and then I'll do a whole exhibition and it'll practically all black and white. And then I'll come back like a year later and everything is just magenta, cyan, and loud colours. And it all depends on where I feel at the time, or how I feel at the time, or how, whatever. I don't want to oversaturate a piece in colour just because I think it needs to be brighter. I will put as much paint and as much work and as much cutting into a stencil as what's needed. Everything else is just it's just overdoing it. Sometimes it doesn't matter how much paint you use or what you say. It's more important that you just say it. I love collaborations. I think a collaboration is a really good test of an artist's ability to lose ego. Ego is one of those really dangerous things that comes with doing art, and it's one of the things I've always been mindful of, is that if you start believing your own hype or reading stuff in a magazine that you've done an interview for, and you start looking at it, and if that then becomes your reality, you're in very, very dangerous territory. Collaborations is a great way of knocking an ego on the head, because suddenly you're in a space where you have to respect that other person's artistic point of view and their vision as well, which you may not be the same vision as you had in the first place.
I've worked on with big commercial clients, big commercial clients, and they're like, because they want it known to their brand now to be, they're in touch with the street, you know what I mean? They're in touch with the graffiti writers, and it's all cool.
Before the commercial side of graffiti, there was only two sides. There was illegal and legal, and now it's like illegal, legal, and a way to make money. It's like people think that the commercial side of graffiti is a way of selling out. People have to find ways of making money from what they love, and it's like, I personally think if you can't make money from what you love, what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit in the towel for the rest of your life, The commercial side definitely has helped graffiti writers. It's like even illegal graffiti writers can make money from the commercial side of graffiti. It's like, it's a worldwide thing. It's like people want to see it because it's so antisocial. It's like people don't like to see it, but they do like to see it.
3 words.
Yeah, a beautiful weed.
Best thrill ride ever.
Urban, fresh and raw. That'll be it. I don't know why, but street art probably looks cool, but we're not that cool. We're not that cool people. I think that's why we hide our faces. If they actually saw us, they'd be like, these fucking idiots.
I suppose I always will. You know what I mean? As in, I will always paint. I'll always, if I'm there with a fucking, and as a Zimmer frame or a walking stick, I'll still be trying to do, you know what I mean?